month, every first Friday of the month, we normally have what you call NPF, non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll is a very huge news that most traders that normally like trading news, they normally wait for non-farm payroll. If you have any question, you can ask me in the process. So many people even trade only once in a month. They only trade non-farm payroll. But somebody like me, I don't really trade once in a month because of the kind of system I use. So I'm a hedge trader, which is a software that every one of us are trying to figure out how we can leverage on the power of the software, the technology of the software. So what I'm going to do now is, I've already done these trainings sometimes in the public groups. So, but I'm going to revisit the training here by, let us look at the non-farm payroll. If you look at it here, is 12:30 on this calendar. I need to change this calendar to South African time, because this 12:30 is not the time that we normally trade the news in South Africa. And if you come here, you see GMT. South Africa is GMT +1, I think. So we first of all change this so that we can get the actual time. I think all of us are seeing the screen. Do we see the screen, please? Hello? Hello, can we see the screen?
Hello, yes.
Okay. Lauren? Lauren?
Yeah, I can see it.
Good.
I can see it.
All right. So, if you look at the time, South African time, this time is GMT. So anything we do at GMT, it won't help us because South Africa is not on GMT. So South Africa is GMT +1. So, but we can say set automatically. When we say set automatically, it's going to adjust to our computer timing, which we are seeing below. So you just have to make sure that your computer timing is correct in South African standard, you see. So South Africa is now GMT +2, I think. Yeah, because it will have synchronized the date. Now, if you look at it again, you remember that it's 12:30 before. So this is 2:30 p.m. So this is actual time that people in South Africa will trade this non-farm payroll. The reason why I want everybody to know this is because I don't want you to be using software automatedly. You have to understand how some parameters, how you can interpret some things yourself. So you now leverage on the power of the software. So, because I don't want you to be trading the market without any knowledge at all. It's not a appropriate thing. So that's why I'm doing all this. So now, 2:30 p.m. today, there will be non-farm payroll. But I want to see, maybe we can be able to see some data that we can leverage on. If it is, what do we call it? If it is a Forex factory, it will have been so easy for me because that's what I normally use mostly. But if you look at here, actual, the previous news is actual is a minus this value, this deviation, and I think this is previous. So, and let's see if there's anything they give us here as a example that can guide us. All I know is that if actual is greater than the forecast, dollar is going to be strong tentatively. But if the actual is lower than the forecast, that means dollar is going to be weak. So, but let's see what they put here. Maybe it will guide us. And I'll keep on trying Forex Factory because, like I said, it's very normally detailed. That's what I normally use, and that's what I use to explain movement to all my students. But this morning, I don't know what really happened to them. So now let me scroll down and see maybe we can get some information. Volatility ratio, no. Related content, we don't need all this. Okay, let me see. The non-farm payroll released by this present the number of jobs during the previous and non-agricultural business. All this. What I just need is I just want to see their analysis about previous and actual. That will lead us to know what could happen. But despite the fact, because I want to do I want you to get some analysis right. Look, let me see. Forest Factory notice. Sorry, the Forest Factory website is having technical problem. You see, I thought as much, because this would have been the best way to analyze it. But I'm still going to use it and record it and put it in the group, because Forest Factory is very, very detailed. You will see the pictures clearly more than what we are seeing here. But what really happened is, we want to know what is going to happen if the actual figure today. Okay, let me first of all show you this. You see, on the 5th, April 8th, if you look at the actual is better than the previous. You can see that the movement was bullish. That's why it is green. That means you buy in the market, and when you buy USPA in the market, that shows that dollar is weak. You understand? You need more dollar to purchase the base currency, or which currency you are trading with. That's the meaning of this. And if you look at this, you see, you are going short in the market on the 3rd of April. So these are the data that we need to forecast the movement, like I'm saying. But actually, we have a very powerful tools that we can use to make a decision. But I just want us to know how to read all these parameters, economic calendars, economic news. That's why I'm very particular about this. Now, okay, first of all, let's know, let me just, yeah? Hello?
Hola?
Yes?
Do we read the calendar every day?
No, but you have to have the knowledge of calendar. You see, you remember that if you follow the group webinars, I said when you are reading calendar, that is what we call fundamentals approach to trading. What we are doing now is we want to approach trading using fundamental information. Did you understand that? Hello?
Yes.
Good. We have two ways of trading forex. We have fundamental, we have technical. You understand? So this approach is fundamental. Actually, we are going to use technical approach, but we don't just want to use technical approach blindly. We want to see maybe we will get some fundamental things that will guide us. Did you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Good. So now, unfortunately, the appropriate calendar I normally use is not functioning. That's why I'm using alternatively something. So let's assume what we know is that during MPF, non-farm payroll, NFP rather, non-farm payroll, market is always volatile. And the tools we are using, our software is always good to use it when market is highly volatile. You understand what I'm saying? But we want to know, okay, now from fundamental approach, what kind of picture can we pick? Which direction can we forecast that the price will go? Either we say it's going to favor us by buying, or it's going to favor us by selling in the market. We are still going to use our software, but we just want to try of doing some modeling that will guide us. You understand what I'm saying, Lauren?
Yes.
Good. Now, after we said this, then we know the time that the forex, the news will come out 2:30 p.m. South African time. So what we're going to do is we are going to launch into our server. I'm already inside my server because there are trades going on there. So what I'm going to do is, because non-farm payroll is always affecting America, it's American news. So in that process, we are going to deal with dollar pairing with other currency. But with my own experience, I normally like trading pounds USD during non-farm payroll. You can see the chart. It's pounds USD. So I'm going to launch 2 of these charts. You understand what I'm doing? I'm launching 2 of the charts now on my server. You understand what I'm doing? Did you see my pictures, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. But I'm not going to use 1 minute. Actually, the software we are using does not deal with time, because it's a software that it will hedge the market for us. So we don't really it doesn't really matter whatever thing we put. But I normally like using 1 hour because it will make my screen to be shrinked. So now I'm going to remove this all these graph, whatever thing I'm putting here. Then I'll go to second chart, and I'll tell you the reason why I loaded 2 charts. I'm going to tell you the reason why I loaded 2 charts. I think Mr. Mike will know the reason, but Lauren, you don't know the reason for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the software that came with the chart. So this is the software that came with the chart. I'm going to remove all of them. Now, what I want to do now is I will use 1 chart to buy, and I will use another chart to sell. Like I told you, why did we go to check fundamentals? It's just for us to know how the volatility may look like. It's not really that we want to use fundamental per se. But like me, I like comparing fundamentals. That, okay, which direction it is going to go, and how volatility that the movement of the price is going to be. But that thing is just few minutes or few minutes. Everything is done. And you can see volatility ratio here. They say something about it here so that you can check. But like me, like I told you, I like trading pounds, because pounds USD, they have more volatilities, especially during the news, important news. So that's why I'm going to consider those 2 pairs. And based on the deposit in my account, I won't trade more than this. If you have a lot of deposit, you can trade USD pounds, USD euro, USD Japanese yen. But don't overtrade your deposit. If you have few deposits, small deposits, you don't need to overtrade it. So in this case, we are trading this. Then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach the software. I'm doing this just to show people that are just new to the software how to use the software. We are going to do a read training of the software. Why am I putting those parameters? You must know it. But for this purpose, I'll just put the software on the first chart, attached to chart. You see the software. What do I want to do here? I want to buy on this chart. No, let me do it. Let me do it sequentially, appropriately. The first chart, which is here, I want to buy on this chart. I want to buy on this chart. So I'm adding this. I'm adding our software to this chart. And look at the start hour here. It's telling us when did I want the software to go to the market. I want this software to go to the market exact time. Few minutes before the news is being released. Remember, I need to even quickly say something, because we are not using all of us may not be using the same broker. You understand what I'm saying? So let's check something here again. Look at the broker we are using here. Look at the server. We look at Market Watch. I think everybody see this Market Watch here where I put my mouse. Did we? Yeah, Lorraine?
No, can see it.
You can see it.
I can
Look,
see it.
if you look at South African time, can somebody tell me South African time now is 10:08, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can look at this broker is 10:08. Definitely this broker and South African, they are using the same timing zone. So we don't have problem with our decision now. But for example, if you are using a broker that his server is 8 o'clock now, 8:08, you have to do your timing very accurately. But in this case that we are using, we are on the same time frame, time zone with the broker we are using. So what we are going to do now is, we are now going to say, okay, now let's put the software and set the timing. So now the first thing is starting hour. I want, instead of 2:30, I'll put 2:15. So I want to be, sorry, 24, 2:30 is 14, sorry. 2:30 is 14, because we are using 14:15. Okay, it won't take 14:15. Okay, let's put 2 o'clock. That means the software entered the market 2 o'clock, 30 minutes earlier before the news. Did you understand that?
Yes.
Good. Now, you see, end time, we don't need to do, don't let us change end time, because what end time means, end hour means is 24 hours trade. But remember, we are not trading auto for very long time. That's not the purpose of what we are discussing here. The purpose of what we are discussing here is that we want to trade the non-farm payroll news using hedging software. So, and the news will be released 2 o'clock, 2:30, but 2 o'clock, we want to instruct the software that it should be in the market waiting. Because when it is 2:30, many traders will not be able to enter the trade anymore, because the volatility will be, most time volatility will be so high that you won't be able to manually enter the trade. But because we are using software, it's better. Then, if you look at hedging distance, we put something here, 10. What is the meaning of this 10? I'm going to explain it when I'm talking about the software itself. You understand what I'm saying? But now, because this pair, I normally trade this pair very well, I'm going to put 35 here. What makes me put 35 there? I'm going to explain to every one of us why we are doing the, particularly trading, the software, when we are looking at the software training. So now, I've changed 2 parameters. I've changed hedging distance. Pounds, euro, I normally like it to be within the range of 35 to 50. But I'm going to put it 35. Now, maximum drawdown, don't let us talk about it for now. Magic number is very important to talk about magic number. What does magic number is going to do in this software is that magic number will tell the software that treat this chart as a buy chart. So when we want to do sell, we must change the magic number away from 999. I'll tell you when we reach that level. Then manual confirmation, I will set it to true. The reason why I want to set it to true is if I said manual confirmation should be false, what I'm telling the software is that once you start trading from 2 o'clock, you must trade automatically forever. Don't confirm manually. That means I don't want to involved. I just want you to be trading. Did you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Good. But I will not do that because our intention is we want to trade non-farm payroll. So I will say manual confirmation, yes. So if you are in front of your screen and you see that there's still more opportunity, you are going to enter again manually. But if I put manual confirmation first, software will keep on entering the market. And we don't want that because when software enter the market, when market is flat, it can give weight on our deposit. So we want to set it to true. Manual confirmation will be true. Then if you look at this option, checking closing one the order, we must make it true. And what does it mean is when one trade, when the software realizes that you have attained a particular profit, it is going to close all the open trade on your behalf. You don't need to be in front of your computer. That is what this one is doing. But if we set it to false, it will just close only one profit, and leave all the negative floating trade like that, which is very, very dangerous. Then once we do that, that means we don't obey the law of hedging anymore. So we are going to put this one to true, that once our profit target hit, we must close the trade. All the trade must close.
Fola,
Yes?
I have a question.
Yeah?
So now if if your end hour is 24,
Yes.
are you saying the end hour is 12 midnight or it's not going to close? What does that mean?
Yeah. You see, we this 12 this 24. Once we set manual confirmation to true, this 24 hours is not going to hold again. Did you understand?
It's not going to.
It's not going to. The condition for 24 hours is not going to hold again.
Oh, okay.
That means we want to control our money manually. But the entry point, which is 2 hours, starting hour, that condition is going to hold. Either you are with a computer or you are not with a computer. The software will place a trade for you. But 24 hours.
But I thought you said that when we were setting the time on the software,
Yeah.
you look at the opening time of the market. If you're trading in the UK,
Yeah.
so you look at 9:30 or 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then you close it around the end of day, so around maybe 4 or 5.
Good. You're correct.
So
but
then why?
But you remember you remember now. Yeah, you remember now that we are focusing on a particular event. This is not a normal trade. We are focusing on non-farm payroll. We want to trade only non-farm payroll. So you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
If we want to trade our normal trade, we can say, okay, open London market. We want to trade London market alone. That means in South Africa we have to enter market 9 o'clock, and London market overlap New York is about 2 p.m. South African time. We want us to close all the trade. That is a normal routine trading we have been doing. But today we are targeting non-farm payroll.
Non-farm pay. Okay.
So yeah, we are targeting. Let me show you what we are targeting. If you look at today, we are targeting non-farm payroll, which is only days. Ne? If we want to trade, like the question you asked, let me quickly go back there. Economic calendar.
Yeah.
You see, today, June 5, Friday. These are all the news from 9 a.m. till 21:30. There will be news, but some of the news are not really fantastic. This one is very good. This one is very, very volatile news. This one is very volatile news. This one is very volatile news, which is unemployment something rate and days. So ideally we want to trade our normal trade. We're supposed to say, okay, 9 o'clock we want to be in the market, and around 2:30 South African time we want to tell the software to stop trading. Like the question you are asking now, right? Mm-hmm. That is the normal one. That's the normal way day-to-day trading we have been doing. But this time around, we want to target only non-farm payroll, which is 2:30 today.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why we are setting Hello?
So non-farm payroll only happens in the first week.
Only first Friday. Yeah. Only the first Friday of the month that's where they release the news.
Okay. All right.
So that is the only news we want to focus on today. Ideally on Friday I don't trade. On every Friday I don't trade, but I just want to trade today because it's non-farm payroll.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I'm going back to the server. So now inside the server now, I've changed my time to 2 o'clock, waiting for a non-farm payroll. This 24 hours is not going to hold because I've sent my manual confirmation to true. That means if software eats profit, it will just close all the trade and everything is blank. It just give me my profit and it will enter trade again automatically. It will just stop for the day. Now, I've talked about checking closing one of the trade. I send it to true so that some trade will not be floating. We don't want any floating trade. We just want to close everything and forget about it. Then if you see closing target money, we are going to send it to true The reason why we were sending it to true is because once our profit is reached, the software should just take the profit and close all the trade for us. That's the purpose of this decision here. I'm still going to lay more emphasis when we started trading. I mean, talking about what do we call it? The software itself. Then the target money in dollars, $10. I would say $10 is too much based on our calculation of what? Of our calculation of 35. All these things, they interrelated into each other that you need to. Once you understand how to use this software, you will see how sweet it is, because everything is just figure. What is, if you look at this 35 and our starting point lot size is 0.01, that means the maximum profit that 35 pips will give us is $3.50. So in that case, I would say, okay, instead of $10, I'll put $1.50 here. Did you get what I'm saying, Lauren? I think
No.
Mr. Mark will never have a problem. He has been setting this. You see, this is the profit we want. Target money. This is what we are targeting from these names, right? And I'm saying we are targeting I'm listening.
$1.50. I thought you said $3.50.
Pardon?
You put in $1.50, but you had said that you are going to make a profit of $3.50.
No. I said, let's go up. If you come here, our fourth lot size is 0.01. This 0.01 means that for each pips profit, we are going to make 10 cents. Now, our hedging distance is 35. So if you multiply 10 cents times 35, it's going to give us $3.50.
Yes.
Now, we don't want to make that $3.50 because that is the maximum distance. So what we want to do is we quickly want to take $1.50 out of that $3.50 maximum. You understand what I'm saying now?
In one trade.
When $2.
Now it depends on you. It depends on how greedy you are. It depends on how flexible you are. But if you ask somebody like me, I like to quickly take a profit than to wait too much in the market. I normally tell Mr. Mike every time when I'm training him, it's better you take little every time than to wait for big once off. So we can put $2, we can put $2.5, you can put even $3.5, which is the maximum. You understand what I'm saying, Lauren?
Okay.
That one depends on you. But like me, I said I'll put $1.50. Remember that we are going to open this trade 2 times. We are just doing 1 time now. 1 time. So at the end of the day, if the two charts close at our profit, we are still going to make $3. Remember. So because now we are dealing with the buying side of the chart. So now after we create this, we are done for setting. We have choose our target profit, which is $1.50 on this first chart, and we have changed. We have a 999 as our magic number to tell the software that this chart is going to be different from other charts we are going to trade as well. Then our time that we want the software to enter market is 2 o'clock, and the direction we want to go is to buy. So after we do this, I look at here. You come to common. You make sure that you tell the software that I want to trade. I want to allow live trading. Now after that, you did what? You do what? You click OK. Now when you click OK, you have to come and check this side, the right upper side of the chart. I think, Lauren, you are seeing the mouse now.
Yes.
Now, if you look at this emoji, what does this emoji look like? If you look at the emoji, the image, that image, what does it doing?
Smiling.
Good, like you, because I normally see you smiling every time too. That image is smiling. Né? If that image frown face, that means the setting is wrong. But if that image is smiling, everything is perfect. So that's what I want to achieve by asking you the question. So now if I come to second chart, this is second chart I'm clicking, and if you look at it, it doesn't have the software yet. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put the software back on that. I'll allow live trading, and I'll come to input. I'll do the same thing I did that side, which is 35 here. And I want to enter market, which is 2 o'clock, which is 14 hours. Then here, 999, I'm going to change it to anything I want. The reason is that I want to tell the software that buying and selling, they are different trades. Because if I leave this 999 together, the software will only trade one chart. Because the software will now think that, oh, maybe there's a mistake because the magic number is the same. I'm going to trade only one side, which is buy. So in this one, we are not buying again, we are selling. The first chart we are buying, the second chart we are selling. So we are selling here. So if I talk...
Question.
Yeah?
So here where you are selling, are you using a different account? And when you are buying, you're using a different account with a different capital?
No. I'm still using the same account, the same capital, because you can see that I didn't change my account. It's the same account number I'm still using, and it's the same balance I'm still using. So it's the same account. I'm trading, I'm buying, and I'm selling on the same account.
Okay.
Good. So now I've changed my magic number to be different from the magic number on the buying chart. So here is asking
It's the same account, but it must be on a different chart.
On a different chart, yeah. So my manual confirmation is true. My closing order, one trade must be true. It must be true, like I said, so that when it closed my profit, it closed everything at once. Then my target profit, I want to set it to true so that it can trigger, and I'm going to put this one to $1.50. So if the two chart triggered 2 o'clock, the first one give me $1.50, the second one give me $1.50. Eventually, I'm having $3 in this trade. Did you get that, Lauren?
So can you put a different target profit? Like on the sell you have $2 and on the buy you have
Yes,
$2.
yes, and I'm going to do that now. I'm going to put 2.0 here. You understand what I'm doing? What I did now?
Yeah.
Good. So now after doing this, what am I going to do is that I will say okay. Then I will say okay.
So, question.
Yes, sir.
You said that profit to indicate, I mean, if we know that the signal is on a sell, it supports a sell trade.
Yeah.
Then that we can use that opportunity to increase the profit on the sell side.
We can.
Because it looks like the strength of the market is on the sell side.
Yes, we can do that. In fact, Mr. Mike, it's like you are getting it right every day now. Yeah, because you are practicing almost every day. Lauren, did you understand the question?
Not really.
Good. Let me explain what he said. Unfortunately, I'm still going to reinvite us when this Forex Factory site good is back. Forex Factory is back. Now, let's quickly use it to do the analysis. You see, non-farm payroll is 230. Nobody can change this. It's 230 anywhere in the world. You are just going to adjust it based on your country time zone. Now, which we have done. Now, what Mr. Mike is saying is, and if you look at it from 2:30 to like 4 p.m., you will see that the market is going to be volatility in the market is going to be high. That's why you saw all this red impact. Impact is going to look. If I put my mouse on it, you see our impact expected. So somebody is making noise background, please. Okay, now let me go to non-farm payroll, which is this, which is our target. If I click on this, the reason why I love Forex Factory is what I'm telling you now. You see, Forex Factory will analyze everything, measure change in number of employed people during the previous month, excluding the farming industry. Usual effect, actually greater than forecast, is good for the currency. That means if actual is greater than forecast, like here, you can see actual here, this is a forecast here. So in this process, if actual is greater than forecast, dollar is going to be strong. That means if dollar is strong, pounds, let me quickly do that. I don't need to rush. I want you to understand very well. Let me come here. Good. Pounds, USD. Let's say pounds USD. What is the price of pounds USD now? Let's go to the chart. If you look at the chart here, is it no? This one is a dead chart. If you look at chart here, as at now is 1.2652. That is the price now. That's the price of exchange rate now. So let me come back here. Is equal to 1.2652. I want to do it practically. Now, as at the time we are doing this presentation, the exchange rate of pounds USD is 1.2652. Now, if now after the news is released and the actual figure of non-employment farm non-farm payroll is greater than the forecast, that means dollar is going to be strong. And when dollar is strong, what is going to happen? That means we need small dollar to buy pounds. Then the pounds USD will be less than the value we are looking at now, which is 1. Maybe it can be 1.1 anything. But if you look at this, it's lower than this. That means dollar is strong after the news. So the market will go on sell direction. That means the market will go on sell direction. What do I mean by on sell direction? I'm doing this because of Lauren, because I know Mr. Mike really understand what you are saying. That means we need little dollar to buy pounds. Then what happened? Market will be going down. And when market is going down, what does that mean? It means that we are selling in the market. We are going to selling direction. Did Lauren understand now?
So if we're selling, why are we buying then?
Good. Then I'm going to explain to you again. In forex market, we are buying and we are selling. Okay, I understand what the question you're asking now is that if we are selling, why are we buying? Because now we open two charts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one chart is what? Is for buying. Let me even expose the chart again. One chart is for buying, which is this chart, and this chart is for selling. This chart is for selling. I'm going to tell you why we are doing that. Many people ask the same question before they understand what I'm doing. You see, selling. Now, Lauren, this is how market is behaving. Market behave in a way that you cannot predict 100% which direction is going. So what we are doing now is that we are entering market in two-dimensional way. Actually, we know that, okay, the news favor dollar, we need small dollar to buy pounds. Definitely we are going to go selling. But when they release the news, Lauren, when they release the news, the market can first of all, for the first 5 minutes, can be buying. And eventually it's going to sell. So if you are the one that you are trading one direction buying, you are going to hit stop loss. And when you come back later, you see that, my trade hit stop loss. And eventually before 6 o'clock in the evening, my target is to sell, and the market eventually go to selling. That is why we hedge the market by buying and selling. And if eventually everything go to sell, what is going to happen to buy? The buy is going to lose to a particular level, and software will what software will do is that it will now edge your buying that is losing with sell, and change that buying to sell for you, and all the two charts will be selling.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what we are doing now. So in this process, we have set the two trade. We have set the buy to start by 2 o'clock. Let me come here, expert advisor, property. I want to check it, or you press Control F7 on your keyboard. We are set 2 o'clock. We want to enter the market, and we are putting a profit of $1.50 here, and in a sell order, we are moving to sell, and we are triggering the market 2 o'clock as well. And the reason why Mr. Mark said we can put 2 here is that we are anticipating that, okay, we to go to sell direction, but it doesn't really matter. If I thought it didn't go to that sell direction, but we want to make one side profit to be higher than one other side profit. It's not a crime, but to me, I normally make sure everything is equal. But it's fine, there's not a problem. So we have done that, and what are we going to do? We are going to shut down our server and go to our work. When it is 2 o'clock, the software pick the trade, in which direction it goes, and when the profit comes, it started taking our profit out of the market and close it completely, because we are not trading today, Friday. We only attack the news opportunity.
Okay, question.
Yeah?
So today can we trade non-farm, since I've got money now?
Of course.
Little money.
Yeah, you can trade it. Or what I will tell you, Lauren, is that don't trade today, because today is your first experience. Ne? Let us come in the evening and analyze what I've done. Starting from Monday, you're going to start trading your live account. Because in the evening, I'll still need to call back, and we want to see what happened to what we have, the decision we have made now. We want to see what is the problem, what is the outcome of the decision. So from there, you understand what we did in the morning, what is the result the decision gave us in the evening. So from next week, we will be following each other. We analyze in the market in the morning. We everybody plays trade, and we can do that for the whole for the whole week. And after we do that for the whole week, on Friday, every one of us will sit down and say, okay, this is the mistake I made. This outcome for the week. This is my profit for the week. Did you understand that?
Okay.
Yeah, because today is just only one day, so there's no need for you to trigger any trade. I don't want trade to stay overnight on a server, on a broker server. So let's see what our decision this morning will give us in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Mark Kabiesi, I think he's not on seat again. I want him to ask question, because we are ending the trading now. We want to wait till evening to trigger the short analysis of what we have done, the decision we are making in the morning. Which profit does it give us? Which direction does it go? Then we go and compare it with news release, so that we start understanding. And next time we are going to use technical approach. We are using fundamental today. You understand what I'm saying, Lauren?
Okay.
Yeah, we are using fundamental to make our judgment now. So we are going to use technical. I normally trade. I'm a technical trader. I don't trade fundamentals. You understand? But when there's a very big news coming, I go to fundamentals to make my decision as well, which is what we are doing now, because we are waiting for a very huge news.
Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Mike, are you still with us, or you don't hear? Hello? And I'm seeing him on.
I need I've got a call soon, a meeting, so I'm not so sure how long I'll be able to stay.
No. We have already finished our analysis. We've already placed a trade. I just want to say bye to everyone. So there's nothing we are waiting for again. We just want to see what will be our outcome of the decision we make in the morning by evening. So you can call it a day.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. So when is the next? So what's next now?
What next now is that we are waiting for the result after the news.
Okay.
Yeah. After the news in the evening, we are going to analyze. Okay, where did what happened to the news? What happened to the forecast? What happened to the actual? Where did the direction of the market goes? What is the decision we make in the morning? Did it give us what we are expecting? Why it didn't give us what we are expecting? That's what we are going to analyze together. Because from there you'll get understanding of how we are hedging in the market, and we'll be able to use the software to our advantage every time.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So we are calling it quit. Yeah, we are waiting. We talk in the evening, precisely 9 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye bye. Enjoy your day.
Okay. Thank you for that. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Morning.
Hello, Dad.
You're mad.
Good morning, Dad.
So if somebody doesn't greet in front of you, you don't know you have to greet.
Good morning, Dad.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. Okay. By the time I give you dirty slap now. Oh, okay. Welcome to the webinar. On Friday, which is non-farm payroll, we took some decision in the market, which I remember Lauren asked me a question that why did we took trade on both sides when we already know that if actual value in the news is greater than the forecast, the price will go down. Then I want to quickly give answer to that, and we are going to use the news again. Then we go to the chart to see why I took the decision I took on Friday. Today is June 7th, so I need to put the calendar back to Friday, which was June 5th. Now we realize that on June 5th, 2:30 p.m., the non-farm payroll news will take place. Now let's go back to the analysis we did on Friday. By clicking the folder, we are going to see it, and the actual thing we need to really focus on is the condition, which is here. You can see that usual effect of the news is if actual value greater than the forecast value, it will be okay for the US dollar. If the news comes out and actual value is greater than forecast value, it will be good for US dollar. And what does that mean? That means if actual value is greater than forecast value, US dollar is going to be stronger than any currency we are going to pair up in the market. But on Friday, we choose to pair US dollar with pounds. That means if this condition holds, we need small quantity of dollar to buy pounds, which translated to that the dollar is stronger than pounds. Otherwise, if the forecast is greater than actual, when news is released, that means we need more dollar to buy pounds. That means we are going to go to buying direction. Now, let's now see what really happened. Look at the figure. From here, you can see that this is actual, which is 2,509K, and this is a forecast, which is minus 7750. So that shows that the actual outcome is greater than the forecast. And look at what we are expecting, that if actual is greater than forecast, US dollar is going to be stronger. That means we are going to go short in the market. We are going to sell in the market because we need small quantity of dollar to buy pounds. Now, let's go to our chart. Now, here is the chart. And remember that we set our time to 2 p.m. So let me just quickly work on the chart now so that we can see what I'm talking about. So this is the time, and we are looking at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. will be 14:00. Good. This is the time you enter the market on Friday, which is 14:00. Now let's look at what does price said by that time. And the price of pounds to dollar is 1.2660. Now, when they released the news, when the news was released, what really happened? Let me shift this vertical bar a bit back. You see what happened here? If you look at this candle, this price candlestick very well, this one, this rail one, you can see that immediately the news was released. What happened? The market spiked down. The market first of all spiked down a bit, and during this spike down, what happened to our decision we made? Let's come to our chart statement, which is here. Let me scroll it up a bit. Now, what happened here, which is the pounds, you can see that the software entered the market at exactly 2 o'clock. We set it to enter the market, but it entered the market 2 o'clock 3 seconds, and what he put in the buy condition first, and the price was 1.2665, which is almost what we are having here. And what happened when it is 3 o'clock, 8 minutes past 3, the market closed in profit towards buying direction. But don't let us look at buying direction for now. Let's look at the interpretation of the news, which means actual is greater than forecast, and we are expecting to sell. We are expecting to go short. And when you look at the sell, what happened? The software placed the trade exact 2 o'clock we want it to be placed, and 32 minutes after 2 o'clock, you remember that the news is going to be released 2:30. 2 minutes after the news release, you can see what really happened. We set our profit to be $2, and the software picked $2.10 as a profit, which is what we are seeing now here. So, what happened to my keyboard? So, that means that direction holds immediately. What we predict with the news came true, and you see the software pick $2.10. But the funniest thing was that we picked both direction, and in buying direction we pick $1.50, if we remember vividly. And immediately after excuse me, 3 o'clock, 8 minutes past 3, what happened? The buy direction, the software picked another profit there. And what really happened? What really happened was that if we look at, let's go to 30 minutes on the chart so that we'll be able to see everything. This is the time the news came up, which is 2:30. If you look at here, 14:30, and what happened, like we said, that the news make the market, the price to spike down, and it triggered the sell, and it took the profit exactly 2 minutes after the news. And what really happened again is after the news, which is here, the market keep on going up. That is why the software can pick another profit at opposite direction. And if we look at it very carefully, let me put a bar here. This is 2:30 when the news was released, and the news was released exactly somewhere here at this price. Now, after that, look at what really happened on the chart, because now we are using the chart to see market move another 49 pips up. That means that news just took effect for 2 minutes, and market start going back to the direction it has been going before the news. That's why they normally advise us that don't trade the news, because you can see that from here, market is keep on going up. So the only thing that make the market spike back is the news. But if you are kind of a person that have hedging system, you can make profit on both direction, and that is what really happened. And that is how powerful the hedging trading system is. If you really understand how to use it, you can get the opportunity on both ends. So this is the conclusion on the analysis we did on Friday before NFP came out. And if we remember, let me load the software.
Question, Paula.
Yes.
Question.
Yeah.
So can I just ask how long the software traded for?
Yes. You remember? Let me quickly open the software parameters that we use to place the trade. Oh, sorry, I've deleted it. Sorry, I deleted the software because. But let me now answer your question. Because when the news was released, the news goes towards selling. It took only 2 minutes 50 seconds to pick a profit on that direction. You can see 14:32.50, and news was released 14:30. So it took the software to stay in the market for 2 minutes 50 seconds to pick $2 towards selling direction. And it took the software additional, if you look at here, is 308, and 308 means the software stay in the market for 38 minutes again, and market retrace back to buying, and market software pick a buying profit, which is $1.50. Did you see that?
Yes.
But because we didn't put our software in auto mode, you remember we said the software should just place a trade, pick the profit, and stop trading. If we put the software in auto mode, that means after it closed this profit, it's going to open another sell. After it closed the buy profit, it's going to open another buy. But it's dangerous because we want to trade the volatility of the news. So that's why we said, okay, pick $1.50 towards buy and stop trading. Pick $2 towards sell and stop trading. So in all, the software just stay in the market for 38 minutes.
So even okay. So for example, if the volatility was at 3 o'clock, and the software was going to pick up a profit of $2, that's when it was going to trade.
Yeah. No, it's going to start trading at. If you look at the excuse me, if you look at the time, this is the time we said the software should trade. So if you look at here is 14 o'clock, which is 2 o'clock. That's where we say. So he placed the trade immediately 2 o'clock. That's the instruction that exact 2 o'clock, please software place a trade.
start trading.
Yeah.
And then when you make a profit of $2 and $1.50, then you stop trading.
You stop trading. That's the instruction we gave to the software.
Okay.
So that's why it stopped trading, immediately picked the true profit. Then it doesn't need to put any, it doesn't need to go to the market again for any action.
All right.
So do we still have any question?
No.
Okay.
This one I understand.
So you understand from the beginning to the end now?
Yes.
All right. So now, what is the purpose of the software? Is we can use that software to assist ourselves. You know, the major problem in the forex market is that if at all, for example, you can see what we are saying here. We forecast that if actual value is greater than forecast, market will short. That means market will go on selling direction, which it did. But you can see that it just did that for just 2 minutes, and it started trading up again. Did you see that?
Okay.
Yeah. If we are not using the strategy of hedging, we will not pick profit on both direction.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can use the software to, after we must have finished our fundamental analysis, we can use the software to place the trade. And the reason why we are using fundamental analysis, or by the time I'm using technical analysis to explain the software, is that all what we want is just volatility. We want volatility so that the software can be able to take the advantage of that volatility. And that is what happened now, that the market go down, spike down, immediately the news released, and give us profit towards selling, and volatility keep on to the buying direction, and it pick a profit in that direction again.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the conclusion of the analysis we did before non-farm payroll on Friday. I'm going to stop the video here, and tomorrow morning very early I'm going to launch another video. If you have wake up, it's fine. If you are not wake up, I'm going to record it and put it on the group. What I'm going to do is we are going to do some weekly analysis, and during that weekly analysis we can see where we can take the opportunity of the market volatility by applying the usage of the software again. Did you understand that?
Yes.
Yes. So, do you have any question?
No. Just now, how to use the software.
Yeah, that's what we have started since Friday. So even as from tomorrow now, you can start trading your live account with the software, because that is why I'm going to do some analysis before the market starts, and I'll do it for the whole week. So whatever area you don't have understanding, you can as well talk to me at any time of the day.
Okay, what I don't understand is how to use the software and where to go.
Okay, you see what I'm going to do tomorrow. When actually do you normally will you be online tomorrow? So we can do the analysis together. By 8 o'clock I have to move to the office, and I want to do the analysis by 8:30. I need to move to the office, and I want to do the analysis before I leave home. So can I invite you by 8:30 tomorrow?
I have meetings, so it's a bit hard because I have to work.
Yes, I know.
I have meetings at 2.